Yo! What's going on, people? I just went to Corgs in Columbus, Ohio, and I had a great time. It was a really small show, but surprisingly it was good. There was a lot of really cool stuff to buy. I picked up a bunch of stuff, and I got an interview with the guy that created Corgs. So let's go ahead and check out these clips, and at the end I'll go ahead and show off the stuff that I bought. And I got some really cool stuff, so check it out. Yo! What's up, everybody? I'm about to go into the Corgs Gaming Convention. That's Columbus, Ohio Retro Gaming Society. We even got Cubert. So let's see if we find him inside.
I was thinking 2 or 3. Yeah.
No, I think someone won it for like 2.5 on eBay, and some guy came in and said, and contacted the seller, and it was like, and the seller ended up defaulting on the guy who won it. So I broke it, you know.
Yo! What's going on, everybody? I'm here with Gary Carnucci. He's the guy that created Corgs. I just want to go and ask you a few questions. It's pretty cool, right?
Yes, sir.
So, what got you started? What made you start Corgs?
Well, back in 2009, I met Gary Mayer, the other co-founder of Corgs, and he was looking for Neo Geo stuff. We became friends on Craigslist and started talking, and we decided that it's time for a show in Columbus.
Really?
Yeah. Because I can't go to the other ones. I can't go to Las Vegas and Philly Classic. It's just too far away. So, right central Ohio, everyone in Ohio is right to the center of Ohio.
It's funny because I'm having the same problem. I can't go to the other ones also. Maybe I should start too. Just kidding. I'll just go here. How many years have you been doing this?
3 years. We started 09, 10, 11, our third annual year, yeah.
How's the turnout this year? Is it getting bigger?
Every year it gets bigger. We had probably about 125 or so for the first show, about 150 for the second, and this one we're hoping to get between 175 and 200.
I mean, it turned out great. I mean, you had some really good vendors here.
Yes, we did.
I mean, I got a lot of cool stuff here, so I'm really happy I came. You collect video games, I'm guessing, of course, yourself, right?
I collect everything.
Really?
My favorite system is the 2600 and the Super Nintendo.
When did you start collecting?
I started collecting in '94. I actually flew to YSU in Youngstown, and I went home to my old house my mom lives, and I found my UFO Master Blaster, my Big Track, and a couple other toys, and I started collecting with the garage sales and flea markets. Now I got 36 coin-offs and thousands of games.
Really?
Yeah.
That was actually my next question is how big is your collection? You just answered that.
It has to be thousands.
Did you ever find any cool stuff that you're going to buy at this show so far?
I haven't had time to walk around, man. As many tables as I do. I always have the most tables. It's my show, so it's just hard to get around. I wish I could. It's hard to get out.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. So, this is Gary Carnucci. Like I said, he runs CorgsCon. This is 2011.
With Gary Mayer.
Gary Mayer,
Oh, he was around. He must have left and went outside.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, so definitely, if you guys are in the Ohio area, I'm sure he's going to be doing one in 2012. Don't forget that's year end, so it's your last chance to go.
Every May or July. It might be every July now.
All right, back to me. So let me show you the stuff that I got at CorgsCon. I mean, I seriously got some badass stuff this time. Let's start this off. Christmas Nights for Saturn. This is the Japanese version. They didn't release it in the US. They released a demo, but they never released the full game. And I have a Japanese Saturn, so I'm going to play it. Next up is Chrono Trigger for Super Nintendo. It came with a booklet, and I've wanted Chrono Trigger for Super Nintendo actually for a while, so I'm pretty glad I got that. I'm actually glad I got all this stuff. I got some really cool stuff this time. Shin Megami Tensei for the Super Famicom. I'm a really big Shin Megami Tensei fan, so I'm really happy I was able to find these. And Shin Megami Tensei 2. And next up is Soul Hackers for the Saturn. It's an RPG, which I will have no luck playing, but I've really wanted this game. This is one of those games I remember I used to like back in the early 2000s. I'd look online and say, Soul Hackers, what was that? How come this never came out here? Now I have a copy, but I can play it, but I won't understand it. Next up is Police Knots. This is a first edition version. The first edition came with a hardcover booklet and that nice case. But here's some artwork that's inside the book. Has some cells. If you didn't know, Police Knots is actually one of the non-Metal Gear Solid games made by Hideo Kojima. So I'm really happy to have that. Next up is Sonic Jam for the Saturn, which is something I've wanted for a while. And then Magic Knight Ray Earth, which is also something I've needed for my Saturn collection for a long time. Alright, next up is Tales of Fantasia for the Super Famicom. This is one of the first games that I know of that had an actual song in the intro. And after I'm done with this part, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the song, which might actually spoil something for, well, not the song, but show you the intro, which I might actually spoil something that I got later on. Next up is Mother for the Famicom. If you don't know what Mother is the first Earthbound game. It came out for NES and, well, Famicom in Japan, but it never came out here. It came out in Canada, I think. And then Mother 2 for the Super Famicom, which is Earthbound 2, which came out in, well, not Earthbound 2, but Earthbound, which that came out for the Super Nintendo in the US. Next up is the Yu Suzuki Gameworks. This is actually like a Dreamcast game that came with the book, but this is all about the games that Yu Suzuki worked on. The whole book's in Japanese, but I thought this was a really, really cool find. I was really, really excited. Let me see if I can get that. I was really, really excited to pick this up. This is just something awesome to have in my collection. I've never even heard of it before, and it just seems like something great to have. After all, you're not a hardcore gamer if you don't know who Yu Suzuki is. And then, last, but definitely not least, is dun dun dun, my Super Famicom. This is something I've wanted for a while. I almost picked it up at OhioCon, but it didn't have a box, so I'm actually glad I held out. I got it for $80, believe it or not. Here's the system. And controllers. The reason I actually got it so cheap was because not only was it someone, Muzz's friends from L1 Games, but it's usually when you go to these conventions, if you buy a lot of stuff, they'll usually give you a discount. And I bought a lot of stuff. I mean, all this stuff wasn't very cheap. I spent way more than I wanted to. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the Tales of Fantasia video. I also got a couple little, like, not really bloopers, but just a couple, like, little funny things after Tales of Fantasia. So if you want to, check them out. And if not, you should check it out. So, peace!
この世に悪があるとすれば、それは人の心だ。
All right, back to me. So let's show this off.
It's a Muzz cameo.
Like, even if you don't see anybody, make sure you've got time to go see somebody.
What's up? We are now recording. Hey, get away.
Should we?
We're recording.
Hold on, let me see. Because this too, the camera can go like this. Oh, were you doing like that already? Yeah, you were, right?
You have it upside down now.
Is it upside down?
Yeah, I had it right side
Oh,
up.
well, no, because the camera's on the bottom right now. It's like
Yeah, but
this.
the timer is on the top.
It will
Your
be-
timer is upside down now.
It is. You're right, aren't you? Yeah, I thought I could do it.
I know how to use a camera.